Okay, now it should be working. Okay, can anybody hear me? Live stream offline. Why is it offline? Stop stream. Stop. Go live. Okay, here we go. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can you see the setup? Rio Trader, anybody? Come on, guys, give me a hand here. Let's make sure this is all working. Okay. Let's see. It should be working now. Huh. Oh, I see why. There we go. Link. Okay, it's working. It's working. Okay, finally, I fixed it. Okay, guys, I think I got it now. What I had to do is up here on the top, there's a little red thing. My arrow got deleted before by accident before I came live, and that's why I couldn't hit the keys here. When you go up and down on the watch list, if I hit any stock, it should change the chart, and it wasn't doing that. Now it is, and I can go back to LLL, and you can see now it'll change back. Can you all see that? I wish you guys would type something in there so I know you're with me. With me? Anybody with me? I know there's 9 of you here. There we go. Okay. Robert. Now, were you all able to get, did anybody not get the charts and the scanner codes that I gave you? If you look above, 3 above, there's 5 codes. 2 of them are close together, but you can see wherever the break. It also always starts with TOS wherever it ends. And you've got 5 of them. 2 of those are big chart, like you see right now, and the other one is a 6-in-1 chart, which I was going to attempt to show you, but every time I go in to change it, it changes everything here. I'm having a little bit of a problem. I'm not really good at this, like AK-47 and deck. It takes a little time to learn all this stuff, and I'm an old dog trying to teach me new tricks, and then I'm trying to teach you guys. But the way I have this all set up, you have in here right now, you have on the right side of the page, you have the time and sales. Okay, great tool because you can actually see what's happening while it's happening. All right, and in the middle here, you have what's called the active trader, and that's actually where I got my name from. One day I was just going through here and I looked at the top and it said, you know, go trade and then active trader. And I said, what a great name, and that's how I chose my name. And the chart is some of the best charts, but what I've added into the charts is you see these arrows is a TTM scalper, and every time the down arrow you see it's going up, it shows you that this is going to go up, and then there are times it'll show a down arrow, okay, and usually here's a down arrow, and you can see how it's going down. The only problem with the TTM scalper is being a great tool, it is, but it's delayed. So it's a minute or 2 delayed. But you can see that even here, when you should have gotten in right after the top, if you go 2 minutes, you still would have enough time to make money from there to here. And most of the time, even 1, 2, here, from here to here, you see how it went up. So you actually you would have got in about 460. You might have gotten out about 474. You could have picked up 12 cents. So if you had 1,000 shares, you would have made yourself $120, quick money. Okay. This morning, let's see, what stock was that? Give me 1 second, and I'll tell you what it was. All right, DRTS. So if you look at, let's see if I can find it on here. DRTS, is it still in here? Oh, come on. It's not all added. Give me 1 second. DRTS. I don't know how it got lost. All right, DRTS. I'm going to open DRTS right now. And if you look, I just opened it on, and it should be open on your chart. Okay, it's a little delayed for you guys. I don't know why, but on your end it's delayed. There it is. Now, if you look at the RTS, and if you look here, if you look at the what's called the active trader, you can see I made on 500 shares, I made $197.75. Okay, and that particular trade, I was only in for a matter of 2 seconds. I got in and I got out. Unfortunately, I got out exactly where the stock halted. If I had stayed in when it opened up $2.50. I would have made about $1,400 instead of $197. By 1 second, I missed it. So that's the way it is. And when the halt opened up, and I have a halt strategy usually on the first or second halt, what I do is I count 1,000, 2 1,000, and I do a buy market in. And usually, because what happens is when a stockman halts, instead of going straight up immediately, a lot of times it'll pull back about 15, 20 cents, and then you can get in, and then you can take it wherever it goes. And you got to do it quickly because you're not going to be in the trade more than 5 seconds to 20 seconds. And that's called a quick, like an eagle scalp. My UL is broken. Okay, which broken? Every time you enter the TOS code, my window says the URL is broken. That shouldn't be. Okay, hold on. If you take them one at a time, you're going to the top of the page where it says setup and open shared URL. And let's say, and if you take one, the first one, TOSAER, it shouldn't be broken. Go to a second one. Go to a different one. I don't know why it would be broken. I've never had that problem before. Let me just try one. If I go TOS, I'm going to type it in myself. TOS.mx/ capital UGE. I'm taking the last one. Then NE and then EV. Okay, let's see what happens. And it says preview. Nope, mine opened right up. It says workspace, share, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm going to cancel it because I already have it. Let me try another one. Tell me which one it says to you is broken. Can you post it? Let's do them one at a time. Oops, shoot. Okay, I don't want that. That's not good. Which one? And I'll test it real quick. I just did the last one and it worked fine. This one here. This one. Try that one. I just posted it. Worked fine. TOS.mx. That's how you have to put them in. You can't put them all in once. So you got TOS. The next one. Let's see. I'll go backwards. Copy. There's 2. And let's see. Then you got this one here. I'm copying them one at a time for you guys. There's 3. It works fine. Okay. So maybe you put it in wrong the first time. But what you have to do is you have to preview it and then upload it, and that's it. Don't open it until you're ready. So after you do those, then I want to show you how to go to the top of your page, and you can go to, let's say, charts and charts. You see above the chart, it says, or on the top of the page, it says charts. It says monitor, trade, analyze, scan, market watch. You want to go to charts and then charts, and that should bring you into what we have open right now. If it doesn't, then you'll have to go down and look for it, and then all you would do is go up to setup, go down and look for what says one big chart. I think that's how it comes up. Can you tell me if it's working? This might be the one the other member mentioned. It doesn't work? Is that the one you're saying doesn't work? Let me go see which one that is. Let's see. 9D5, 9DS. That there is... That's a daytime scanner. Daytime scanner, after hour scanner. Alright, if that one's no good... Okay. Okay, how do I get back to where I was? Okay, if that's not working, you do this one. That's an after hour scanner. And uncheck the EXT, and you have a DS, which is a daytime scanner. They're really the same, except the EXT is checked. But what I'd like to do next time we get together, I'm going to open up the scanner, and then I'm going to show you how we tweak them out. If I can see right now, if I can get into it, I don't know how to change it while I'm in here. This is the problem. Let me see something. Let me see if it changes. Scanner. Okay. It's not going to change here. It's a different computer. Okay. Charts. Let me go back to there. I don't know how to change it in here. That's the problem. Once it puts me in here. Hold on. Let me get rid of the light caption. Alright. I'm going to try to see if I can do it a different way. Just give me a second. Oh, I know how. Okay. I go into scanner and scan. Let's see if this changes. It didn't. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to detach this. I'm going to detach. Just bear with me. Okay. Hold on. Okay. There you go. Okay, and now you should be able to see the scanner. Okay, what I did, I had to detach it. I'm still learning this stuff. So what I had to do is I had to, let's see if we can get back to where I was in TradeCaster. Okay, you guys can all see the scanner now. Now, if you look here, it says EXT and EXT. This is a daytime scanner, all right? And you can see when I scan it right now, what I want to do is I want to make sure I change this to have the highest percentage on top. All right, and there's plenty more. There's plenty more stocks down here, but I'm really more interested in the top ones. All right, anything pretty much over here. It says 5%. In the morning when it's slow, I just click these down to 4.0 and this. Okay, and when I do this, it means I'm looking for any stock with over a 4% in the last hour and the first, and then the last 5 minutes. See, and when I scan now, I'm going to have a lot more stocks in here, and I don't necessarily want that. So at this time of the day, and in the morning time, I change this to 40. All right, and then I'll scan it. So it's anything over 40,000 shares. All right. And sometimes it doesn't open right away, so you click the button for a second and unclick it, and then the scan button comes back. But somehow it's slow. There it is. Okay, so right now you can see on these stocks, these are the stocks. Now anything that ends with a W, okay, we don't deal with because those are warrants. All right, there it is. It just populated for you. Okay, so... But right now, I'm going to put it back to 5.0 because I don't want any low stocks in here. We're in the middle of the day, and there's more action going on than before. And as you can see, I only have a maximum of $95. If I want to make it more, I can make it $195. And if it doesn't open immediately, just click and unclick. Okay? And this is your daytime scanner. It's a stock, study. All right? And if I wanted to go to, let's say, the after hours, I can just click this. All right, and scan. Now I have after hours. It's not going to give me what I'm really looking for now. And if I want to, I can just go up to the top here. Let me see which one it is. Here it is. And it says Save Scan Query. Okay. And when I save it, you can name it anything you want. All right. Let me just push this there. Okay. So you can name this. This says New Highest January. So I can change this here and make this, let's say, this is March. All right. So I can call it March. And 222, this is DTS, is daytime. So I want to put this, it's not daytime anymore. So I would make this after hour scanner. And from whatever price range I have up here, this says $1.95. So I say $1.95. And when I do this and I save it, okay, that's what it's going to be right now. So I scan it. So when I go in later and I want to open up, I go to load scan, go to personal. And if you look in here, we just saved this to after hour scanner. And there should be a March in here. Here it is. It came on the bottom. You see it? And there's the new one we just saved right there. And that's how easy. So you can see these are all the scanners I have. This is an after hour. This is my morning scanners. I don't care. I can tweak these things out. So if I open up right now my morning scanner, which I want to show you real quick, you can see it only has stock study. And it starts off in the morning with 30,000 because it's a little slower in the morning. But as the morning progresses a little, becomes like 8 o'clock, I'll change this to 40. And I might raise this up to 4.5%, and then I'll scan it again. And anytime you're on extended hours, which is anytime it's not during regular, what happened here? I don't know what happened. I lost you guys. Okay, anytime that we're not in regular hours, sorry, I lost you guys for a second. Anytime you're not in regular hours, it must always be in EXT. Okay? But right now, we're in daytime. So I would load, I'd go to personal, and I'd go to DTS. And for right now, for all intensive purposes, I'm going to look at anything that's, let's say 70 cents to, let's say I go 70 cents to $50. Okay? And right now, and I have it set for 200, I'm going to change this to 50. And I'm going to hit my scan button for daytime. And let's say I want to look at some more expensive stocks. I might just change this and make it 150. So I click this for a second, unclick it, and hit scan. And now I've got anything from 70 cents to 150. I don't usually buy stocks under 70 cents myself. But you might just want to look at stocks that are less than $1. You can change this on top, and you can just put in $1, and you can put in here, let's say, 20 cents. And now you can scan anything from 20 cents to $1. So you don't have to go looking or save all these different scanners. You can tweak it out is what I call it. Okay? And that's for daytime. But right now, I'm going to stick with, like I said, I'm going to go to, let's say, 0.8. At 80 cents. And I'm going to go up to $100. And pretty much this is what I'm looking for myself during the day. But for new people, they tell you really shouldn't be trading any stocks that are over $10. And the reason is the lower and cheaper a stock is, the more shares you can purchase. All right? So if I have an account with $10,000, let's say, okay, if I have $10,000 and I want to buy a stock, all right, that costs $5 a share, then I can actually buy 2,000 shares. Now, my suggestion, not like Deck's suggestion, he says you should blow your whole account. Not that you're going to lose it all, but I say buy 1,000 shares, okay, and then if the stock drops 50 cents because of a big pullback real quick, you can actually then buy another 1,000 and you can cost average down. But if you put your whole account in and buy the 2,000 shares, and you only have $10,000, okay, then you can't cost average down. You either have to take your loss or wait till it comes back up. Okay, that's probably not going to happen as much on a penny stock, because if you buy something under $1, let's say, it might drop 5, 6, 7 cents, but you can still cost average down, and you can buy a lot more shares with a penny stock. So if you got a dollar stock and a $10,000 account, you can buy 10,000 shares. So I would say buy 5,000, and then if it drops, you can cost average down, or you can scale in if it starts taking off going up. I wouldn't put my whole account in one shot. And plus, you're probably in PDT, you would blow it out, you're done for the day. You all with me? All right, I'm going to go back in. Any more questions? Any questions on the scanners? Any questions? It's like I got to ask the question. Go ahead. How do you get your scanner prices to blink in that manner? That is live. So what's happening is it's picking up when your scanner is open to the time that you're on now. Those particular stocks that show up will blink, and they will change order right in front of you. They're changing all the time. This is live. I'm not doing anything. That's right, red and green. When it flashes red, it means that the stock is now going down. If it flashes green, it means the stock's going up. I don't know why yours doesn't flash. Maybe it's your settings. I don't know what your settings are on your monitor. That might have some sort of an effect. Also, I want to tell you folks something else, okay? If you look... I got to move it over a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can. If you look below, if you see where my mouse is, and all right, right now, if you see my mouse, there's a little star right there. Okay, I want to wait till we connect together, and I want you to hit that star, and then I want you to open it up and hit the word customize, and then it's going to open up a Dropbox. And if you want, I'll wait for you a few seconds so you can copy this, okay? And if you look in where it says current set, you can change some of your settings and add. And very important is that HTB ETB. So I can look in my actual scanner and see when stocks are easy to borrow or hard to borrow or not able to borrow at all if I'm doing shorting. But I would add that in and add it in the order. I have found, doing this for almost 4 years, I have found that this order, description, hard to buy, net change, mark change. Now, why do I have a mark change and a net change? And the reason is, in the morning, in pre-market, before 9:30, percentage change does not work. So by using a mark percentage change, it now shows me the percentages, and you'll see that later on at 9:30, when the market opens up, you'll see that the mark and the net percentage are very, very similar, but they are different. So I keep both. All right, and then I have the RSI. That is really important. I used to have in my charts an RSI, but it doesn't work properly unless you have a daytime setting. I'm not always on a daytime setting. I could be on 1, 2, or 3 minutes. So the RSI, I have put it in my watch list, and I'm going to come back to that in a second, and I put it in here. So I can see the RSI at any time, the correct setting. So I don't have to go to a daytime setting. Then I have the volume of the stock and the open price, what the stock opened up at 9:30, the last price, the high, the bid, the ask, the low price, and then a market cap of 5 million, which I don't even use. You can take it out or leave it in, it doesn't matter. All I'm really interested in, do you all have that so I can get past this? I'm going to close this. So you got it? You got a mental picture? You have this written down? Anybody need a little more time? Tell me right now. Write it on the chart. Write it on the chat room. Can I close this? We're all good? Okay, good. So I'm going to close this. Just cancel. So you can see in my scanner, all right, let me see if this, there we go. I'm open to the size of the page now. So you can see my RSI. I can look right now, and let's see if I can see LLL. It's not even in here right now. If I go back about 15 minutes and I scan LL, I might be in here. LLLL. It's not in here. I don't know why it's not showing up anymore. Okay. But usually I go 1 minute, 10 minutes. I usually on 5 minutes. And sometimes I'll go back 10 minutes. And sometimes I'll raise this up like daytime, like now. I'll go up to 5%. Okay, because I don't really looking for any stocks that are giving me less than a 5% return, and that'll make my list smaller. Okay, I'm going to get out of the scanners again. So this is your daytime scanner. Nighttime scanner, you can either do this, or like what I've done is I've saved a nighttime scanner. So it would be after hours. And I have them set up 120, 250. So right now, there's my daytime scanner, up to 250. And for my morning scanner, I just go in, I load, and I go in, and there's my morning scanner. And you see the name Moneybags? Moneybags is a guy who's a trader in this room, longer than I am. He gave me my first scanner, and I always saved one with his name. It's just like a kudos to him. And I always go in the morning. In the morning, I always go in and put volume from highest to lowest. And because we don't really use percentages in the morning, it's more based on volume. The minute it comes in the minute we're in daytime or even after hours, it's always percentage highest. Those are the stocks that we're looking at. And that's how I do. Like APVO, I'll come across and I'll say, look at this stock right now. It's got a high of 719. It's a 677. And this is what I'm looking at right here. These are the numbers. And when I see something going 529, this is something, what stock? I would take APVO and I would actually, I would alert you on this stock to say, hey, this stock opened at 5, it's at 674, it could run back up to 719. Let's see which way it's going to go. I'll keep my eyes on it. And that's how I know what I want to look at and what I don't. Right now, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to close this up. I'm back into my big chart here. I also have, if I can find it, let's see if I can find it. I have what's called a 6-in-1 chart. Okay, and I don't know if I can get to it from in here. What I have to do is I have to go in my other computer. Give me a second. Okay, I can't change it from here. This stinks. I have what's called a 6-in-1 chart, and changing this is a real, it's a chore for me. 6-in-1. Okay, let's see if I take this down. It's not here. Sorry guys, I gotta figure this out. TradeCaster. How does it let me change this? New tab. Let's see. TradeCaster. I don't know how to change this thing from in here. Okay, I'll try it again. Wait a second. Let me see if I change the other one, if it changes it. Give me once. No, it's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. I'm sorry. Give me like 20 seconds. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. Give me 20 seconds. Okay, I'm going to figure out how to change this chart. I want to show you what the 6-in-1 looks like. Okay, I go to trade. I got it. Let's say trade, and let me get rid of this. I almost bought a stock without knowing it. Okay. Let's see if it'll change. Let's see. I can detach this. Detach. Okay. Give me a second. Detach. Here we go. Okay. All right. It doesn't open right. All right, it doesn't really open right because the monitor that I have to put this into is not a high definition monitor, and it doesn't show you what's on the sides. Let's see if I can adjust this a little, if it'll change. There it is. I just light enough to show you. Okay, in mine they're evenly opened. Okay, but they all should have this little sidebar. All right. And that little sidebar, let me see if I can move it over. I can make it smaller. It's not working. I need to get a bigger monitor. Until I do, that's why I'm having problems. But they all should be equal, and they should all have TRD, TS. And what those settings do is they make sure that there's a time and sales, there's a chart, and then below. See if I can move this up. I'll move this down so you can see the ones above. Hold on. Okay. It'll have like this. It'll have the level 2. These 2 buttons are only limit order only. And then I have on top here. And you can't see the whole thing. There's so much more. It shows me on the auto send. If I open it up to show you, it should be buy market, sell market. And the auto send on off, the TIFF. All right. And also I have a the quantity with buttons. Those quantity with buttons gives me up to like 2,000 shares, 1,100. It's broken down, but until I get another monitor, I'm sorry, I can't show you the whole thing, so I'm not even going to go into it right now. But that's my 6-in-1 chart. It'll have this. You see the way it's set up now? It's going to open up now. Wait a second. I always have to remember. There you go. It'll be set up like this. It'll show the buy market, sell market, all this information with the 100, 300, 500, 1K. These are for fast. So if I want to do a fast trade, 2,000 shares, I do this. If I want to do a fast trade of 500, I do this. If I want to do 2,500, since it's not up there, I just put my marker there and put a 2 in front of it. And then I have 25. And anything you change here, it'll change down here. You see? So if you look at this right now, when I go up to 500 and I hit 500, it'll change there. One of the greatest things I want to show you, okay, is something that a lot of traders with Thinkorswim do not use, all right? And that is this. You can go into the chart. Let's say that right now I'm looking at LLL, okay? All right, and you can see I only did one little trade on LLL today and made $19. Today I had a small day and we did $268. I did 3 trades. I went green on all 3, but I was actually working on some other stuff and my wife was home until about 20 to 1 when she left. All right, but here's something really important. Let's say I want to buy LLL, all right, and what I want to do is I want to buy it and I want to put in a stop loss when I buy it. This is one of the biggest questions people ask. How do I put a stop loss in? I go in the middle of the chart. All right, now, for right now, I want to make sure that my TIF button, let's see if it's in here, if I can see it. Hold on, 1 second. There's a TIF button. This here. I want to make sure that this is off while I'm showing you, okay? Because I don't want to buy the stop by accident. I don't have DEX bankroll. You go into the middle of the chart, anywhere in the chart, all right? You put your mouse. You hit your right mouse button, and you go down to where it says Buy Custom. And I have them already set up, but I'm going to show you with stop. And when I do this, it opens it up. And you can see right here, okay, it says I'm going to buy the stock, 500 shares, but it says 517. Now, the price right now is not 517, so I unlock this, and once I do this, it automatically shows me the price that's going on, all right? I'm going to lock this temporarily, and what I'm going to do is make this price here 25 cents. On 500 shares, I'm willing to lose, okay, 20%. I'm willing to lose $125, all right? Because I don't want to get stopped out too fast. So to do that, I would now make this $4, okay? And what's 25 cents less would be, what, 38? 38 cents. All right? And now when I open this back up, no matter what the price is, all right, it'll be 25 cents less. So the minute I hit confirm and send, I can wait. So I'm waiting for the stock, let's say, to drop down to, I don't know, 453, 454. Let's say I was waiting for it to drop to 430. I could wait, or I could change this limit order to 430, okay? Or I can also do this. You see this? I can change it to a trail stop. I can do it for a market order. If I hit market order, it's going to market order in, or whatever price it is. When I hit the confirm and send, without the auto send button checked off, it's going to have a pop-up like, do you want to do this? And I could miss my price. If it's a market order, I'm not going to miss the price, because whatever price it is. But when I do what I do, I'm already set right now. So if I do a buy, okay, if I hit confirm, whatever price it's in, and you can see the price is the same up here as it is here, I'm going to buy in 500 shares at 454, and I'll have a 25 cent stop loss. You all got it? It's awesome. It's a great thing to use. I'm going to delete the, and what you want to do is you go into save and save. So you hit this, and I'm going to move this over so you can see it. And you will save this, all right? And you hit save. And the beauty of it is, I'm not going to save it because I already have it. The beauty of it is, all right, I'm going to delete this for right now. I'm going to show you something. Anytime I come back in, if I change this, and I change the stock, let's say, to DRTS, and now I go in, anytime I go in to do that custom order, and I do a buy riggers, and when I go in here, it's going to change the stock name, and it's going to have the stop loss already in there. Okay? And here's the greatest thing about this. I can also do this for, if you look at my buy customs, you see it says short 500. I already have a short done, so it's fast. I can do this in seconds, and I can buy a stock, and I already have my stop loss in there. And I always use it? No, I still use mental stop losses. But when I do mental stop losses, I take the biggest losses. When I do this, I have a chance of not losing as much money. Okay? You with me so far? Any questions on this? I think this is awesome. And after I didn't use this for over 3 years until I finally figured it out one day. Because most men don't ask. You know, it's like driving down the car with your wife, and you know where you're going, but you're lost. You're never going to stop and ask directions. You're a man. You got an ego. Women always seem to, hey, let me ask that guy on the corner. You know what I'm talking about, right? Somebody just got smacked in the back of the head. I know it. All right. I'm trying to figure out how to get it to do that right now. Okay. If you figure it out, let me know. Do what? What are we talking about? Mine just like yours. Okay. Mine flash, but only my numbers flash. Oh, we're back to that again. Okay. Well, remember, this is live. Your watch list is live. Same thing with your scanners. Those are live. So they're going to flash. They should be flashing at all times. So they're going to move up. If something moves up in space, it's going to move up. Right here, I have it. It's hard to see, but let's see. Right here, I have, if I keep it from the highest, sometimes you gotta play with these things and you gotta adjust them. That's the way, unfortunately. But you see my RSI in here? So this is awesome. If you look at DRTS right now, this one does not show because it's probably an IPO, and IPOs don't show RSI. It's just the way it is. Okay, I'll move that out a little, and then I'll move it back to get all the numbers out. Okay, and if you look at LLL, you can see it's at 73%. This one here, BVXV, 74%. Okay, and I have seen, like, during the days of GME, and even a few weeks ago when what was it, DWAC, the Trump stock, was moving up, I watched that thing go to 99.7 on the RSI. So why wouldn't you short a stock that's at 99.7? How much further up can it go? And even if it's a big float stock and it goes up to 99 and you're down $1,000, eventually that stock has got to come down. So if you have the patience, and one of the things that I love, if I can find it, and see if I have it. I put it up all the time. Let me just see if I have it real quick. Okay, because I'm in a different computer right now. I use 2 different computers. So like when I'm in the other computer, working in Deck's room, I can do a lot of things very quickly. But when I'm in this computer, I don't always know where to find things. It's a little bit different. It's my main computer. I think I found it. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it. I'm looking for something I want to post. Stock photos. Stock photos? Let's see. Let me see. If I open this up, see if I can find it. I love this thing because if you think about, like I said, if you're at a 95, 98%, and you just wait, all right? It may not be it. It's in my other computer. I think it's the other one. Anyway, what it is Benjamin Franklin. And he states, let's see, I'm going to bring it up on my other computer so I can see it for a second. All right, I'll tell you what it says. Just give me 1 second. Here we go. Going to, see here I can find it immediately. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is. It opens up and it's a picture and it says, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. And that's how Warren Buffett makes money. He waits it out. What goes up eventually is going to come down. Okay? And that is the secret to making money, is being patient. Patience pays off, and that's one of the hardest things for new traders to do. Okay? And I've never done paper trading, maybe once or twice, but my emotions weren't in it. And in the beginning, if you're new and you're trading and you take a loss, you know that feeling you get in your stomach, or that feeling you get when you win big. That kind of feeling goes away after a year or two. Some people longer than others. I don't get that feeling anymore. I can lose $6,000 and I don't get that twine in my stomach. And I can win $3,000. I'm happy, but I don't get that, that rambunctious, crazy thing that I need one of those, what do you call those tablets, an antacid to calm me down. All right, things happen, but things change as you become, if you make it, because the reason 90% of traders never make it is because they give up. All right, never give up, never give up. Go to the application settings. Okay, display. There you go. Thank you, Darth Trader. Thank you. Mine probably has font color background. Price text color in watch list. Font color. Let me go take a look at mine and see what it says. Now that you mentioned it. Alright, let's see. Where do I get that's in this? Let's see. Is that in setup? Price access? Where are we at? Where was that at again? Let's see. General. Price notifications. How do you get there? That's in setup. Okay, so that you go to the top of the page for that. That's in setup, and go down to where? Application settings. Is that correct? There it is. Okay, and down into display. Mine says background, just like you have right now. The only difference is where it says message center, mine says 3. My decimal for Greeks is 2. That's correct. My showing links, yeah. 30 minutes, 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm pretty much set up the same way you are. Show message center, 5 seconds. Mine is for 3. Just gets in my way. The reason I have my message center is because when I'm doing my 6-in-1, cancel. How do I get rid of this? Okay. When I'm doing my 6-in-1 stocks, it comes up on my top left, and sometimes when I'm in a stock there, I can't get to it fast enough, and it freaks me out. So I don't even like it popping up, to be honest, the message center. All right. Darth Trader, you're the best. You know what? So you can help me out. You became a moderator in my room. How's that? I trust you. Thank you, Darth. He's the first one I made yellow, I think. There you go. Go ahead. Go ban somebody. See if it works. The first time I banned somebody, I called Deck up. I said, Deck, listen, some guy was getting crazy, and I banned him. And he goes, congratulations, you're not a virgin anymore. He was like excited that I banned somebody. So I've been banning people ever since. No, but the truth is, I've been a moderator 3 years, and I've only banned 2 or 3 people in all that time. I know. You know what? We're here to have fun. And, a lot of people get angry because I delete things and I'm always popping up. What I'm doing, making sure when people put in things like, I'll show you, let's see, we want to put the stock, and they go LLL instead of, let's see. Okay, they do something like that instead of doing this, all capitals, all right? The problem is it takes time. And if somebody puts in something that's a wrong, I click on every stock that people put in if I don't already recognize it, all right? And if they put in something and it's wrong, and you put in LLLI, let's say, like this, okay? Somebody clicks on that, it takes 3-4 seconds before they realize that stock is wrong and it doesn't exist. And when you do that, if I don't come in and delete your message like that, then more people are going to go in and click on it. So I'm here to help you. My job, what I do, is what Deck used to do, okay? And what 419 Tech, and I am the reason 419 Tech is a moderator today. I saw how well he was doing in the morning, and I went to Deck, and I said, Deck, this guy is doing what I did, that you made me a moderator. And I'm doing what you used to do, and He's making my job easier, and I'm making your job easier. You need to make this boy a moderator. And he did. Within 4 days, he made him a moderator. He took my advice. And Deck and I talk, and he listens, and he understands. I'm a lot older than most of you, and I mess around once in a while, but I know when I'm going too far. And, and that's fine. You just like to listen, and that's great. And there are other people here that like to help. There are people here that like to put it out there and help others. But my job is to make sure that you're putting it out correctly. And if it's not, then I've got to stop it. And if people jump in this room and they start spamming us, it's my job to bounce them. I'm the police. I'm the police chat. You like it or not, don't like it. It doesn't matter. That's my job. And I make Deck's job a lot easier. And by doing that, he can get and teach us a lot more. Deck's my mentor. I love him. I have kids older than Deck. My youngest son is 31 and Deck's 29. So you hear what I'm saying? I've got 18 grandchildren. But I'm a kid at heart. I'm still like 38. I'm just trapped in this old body, I don't know if any of you saw that picture. I don't even know if I have it in here. Of Deck and I when we went out to dinner. Did you all see that photo? Let's see if I have it. Give me a second. Check something out. Boy, I got so much stuff open. It's amazing. I don't want to close anything. I'm afraid. Let's see. Pictures. I don't know what he did. Stock photos. Let's see if I got it in here. Give me 1 second. Deck stuff. Oh, I can't read it in here. Deck, Mr. Deck. I don't know where it is. See, in the other computer I can find everything. Here I can't find anything. All right. Exactly. No time for riffraff. Yeah, we're here to keep. There's time to have fun, but there's a time to be serious because let's face it. I hear people. The truth is, we come here as traders, and what we need to do is to learn how to become independent traders. How to get up in the morning and know what stocks we need to play before somebody even tells you. But if you learn how to do that, then you can say to yourself, then why do I need this chat room? Because I'll tell you why. If you get one alert in this chat room in a month that makes you $1,000, was it worth the $100? Of course it is. And every day, no matter what you know or what you come up with, you're only one person. You got 2,400 people in this place, in here. Right now, there's 1,700. I'm looking over at Deck's room, and there's 1,768 people in his room. Okay? So, at any given time, there's 2,000 people in here alerting. A lot of people are alerting. So, that's more than we can do as one person. So, I'm always getting good alerts from people. This morning, I got that alert on DRTS. I don't even know where I got it from. It came out really quick. I jumped on it. All right, before it halted. And the weirdest thing is, I got in, I was in 2 seconds, and then the stock halted. But I got out at where it halted. It was the worst thing I did because when it opened almost $3 higher. I would have made close to $1,500. Instead, I made $195 because I was eagle scalping. You know what? But that's the way it is. I don't ever look at woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm happy. The fact is, right now for this week, you know what? I'm not the biggest trader. I'm up 330 for Monday, 397 for Tuesday. I made 209 yesterday. I'm up right now $268. Right now for the week, I'm up close to about $1,300. You know what? If you do that every week, that's a lot of money. That's $75,000 a year right there. So all I can say is keep it up. And for those of you that are struggling, you know what? There's a lot of people here to help you, like myself, like Deck, like AK-47. This is just an awesome team. It's a family of people. I know guys that have been here as long as I have and longer, you know? I mean, you can follow Taylor Trader, awesome trader. He's about my age. He's actually 2 years younger than I am. He also lives in Florida. He started with $100,000 and he did $1.1 million last year. The man was a stockbroker for 20-something years, okay? There are people here who know what they're doing. You got Pav Josh, who's Deck's age, and he's one of the best traders in here. And living like Matt. Matt lives here in Orlando. He's an awesome trader, okay? And Tim and I have become really good friends. And Tim is an awesome trader. There are so many people in these rooms that you can learn from. New TOS does its show halts. Absolutely. Whenever you halt, the stock stops. But if you want to see a halt, okay, then you need to give me 1 second. Let's say trade halts. Okay, copy. Whenever you want to see where the actual halts are, you need to go to this website. And this website, what happened? It didn't save it? Hold on. What happened? I had it. Hold on 1 second. I don't know why that didn't save. Copy. And go back. And oh, I know. I hit the wrong computer. Okay. All right. So right now, there it is. There's your trade halts. That tells you where all the halts are. And there are people that leave this open in a monitor all day and watch the halts because there's halt strategies. Okay. Group, do you guys know how to edit indicators? Show us. How do you edit an indicator? Darth, go ahead. Take it. Upcoming halts. When you look at the time and sales, you will watch on the right side. Okay, look in the big chart, and you'll see here. Okay, up this row here, you'll see what will happen is it'll go all green, and it stays on the same price, or it'll go all red, which means it's halting down. Green means it's halting up, and it'll just flicker, 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 and then it'll just halt. So the price will be whatever it is, like on LLC this morning, this thing halted. I can't go back; it doesn't allow you. But every time it halted, that section right there went total green and almost in the same price range. Boom, 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 boom. And you know when a stock's about to halt. And sometimes it's a false halt and it comes out of it. Most of the time when it does a false halt, it usually drops. But not all the time. There's no given. On a first or second halt strategy, when a stock halts the first time, you get the time. You know it's going to open usually in 5 minutes. I leave my clock open, and I'm watching the clock, so I know if it's at 2 minutes, 2:05 and 56 seconds. At 55 seconds, I'm ready, and when that thing opens, I count to 3: 1,000, 2 1,000, and I mark an order in. And I use that as a strategy on the first and second halts. On the third halt, most stocks usually drop. So unless you know how to short, I would stay away. Any other questions? You're going to show us, Darth, the indicators? Do you know? You're asking us, do you know how to edit the indicators? I do. If you want to edit the indicators, okay, or the candlesticks, I know how to make them darker. You can even change the colors. You can make them red. You can make them orange, green, blue, any color you want. What's going on in here? Is Deck talking? No. Deck opens at 2:30. Okay, so we'll all be going back there. I've got an LULD. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, an LULD tells you, right, it tells you when a stock's going to halt, if it goes up a certain amount or if it goes down. TOS does not have that. Thinkorswim does not have it. Trade Zero does have it. Lightspeed does have it. I don't know if E-Trade has it or doesn't. So yes, it does help you with the halts. My problem is because my monitors are all 21, 23-inch monitors, I don't have high definition. I can't even see Deck's board unless I open up Webinado. If I open up Webinado and I keep that open all the time, plus the sound on Webinado, which is awesome but very expensive, is always right on time. If you listen to Deck without Webinado, he's always 2-3 seconds behind. So if he says jump into the stock, you may not hear it for 2 or 3 seconds. When I'm talking to you right now, okay, the problem is, okay, let's see. If I say the number 1, you may not hear it for 3 or 4 seconds or 5 seconds. And the problem is, if I say, a lot of times it used to bother me because AK-47 would say, this stock's about to halt, the stock's about to halt. And I'm saying, dang it, the stock already halted 5 seconds ago. It's because there's such a delay on Yahoo. And we're using Yahoo through an OBS studio to, what do you call it, to Tradecaster. So it's going 3 directions before it hits you. Click on Studios on the top of your charts. Okay, so if we hit on here, there, that opens, you're talking strategies or studios, that's the other one. Hold on. Equity. So here, we're going to open that up there. Is that the one? And go to equities. Which one? Equities? All right, which one are you talking about? At the top of your charts, click create, which is to the left of the import. Paste this code. Oh, that's different. Okay, sorry. I'm on the wrong one. So you want to go into this one here and here. And you want to type in, okay, studies board. Sorry. Click studies on the top of your charts. Click create. I see. So create. Where the heck is create? How do you, oh, create here. Okay, create. And then create, which is just to the left of the import. Paste this code. Studies. What's the code? Studies boss. Is that it? I'm not sure if that's what you want. Studies. I have to email. Oh, you have to email the script. Okay, gotcha. That's awesome. I got what you're saying. So we could have an LULD in here. Why can't you put the script right here in chat? You should be able to put it in here, right below. Just paste it in here. Instead of emailing the script, why can't you put it below? And everybody can grab it right now. The code displays weird in the characters. I tried to paste it, but I can. Just try it one time. Try it. And if it's bad, I'll delete it. Don't worry about it. Just do it. Sometimes it doesn't light up. You just have to copy the whole thing. Can you do it, Tarth? Just try to paste it, but I can't. Here's my email address. And anybody who wants my email address can take that. And if you have any questions or you ever need to get to me, you don't want to post it in here, you can send me something in there. Or if you've got something good like Darth Trader does, just send it to me and I'll share it with the with chat. In the future, what I want to do is I would like to go over, all right, you know, we use so many things. You know, a lot of people don't realize you can go in here and you can go to percentage, and that is for what do you call that? That's for Fibonacci retracements. So you can actually do Fibonacci by changing that to percentage, and then you can go and you can start somewhere at the highest point of the day, let's say. All right, you can even do it in minutes. You can go from here to you put it your Fibonacci. You click here, let's say. And then you pull it down to your lowest point, and you can do it in a 10-minute chart, and you can do Fibonacci here. Or you can, the way I do it is I go to my, let's say, my 5-minute, and I can see the day. The high of the day was 563. All right? And you hit that there. And then I go look up, I'm going on another computer right now, and I'm going to look up on LL. Here it is. And the low of the day is 381. So I would bring this down to 381. Right there. Bingo. I got it. Now I open my chart back up. 1 minute. And now I have a Fibonacci chart. And this shows me right now that if this cracks below 451, the next leg down is 424. Okay? But if it turns around and it comes back up, your VWAP here, if it ever gets over the VWAP, the next leg up would be 494 and then 524. And that's how we know if a stock does this, then it can go to here. And if it goes above there, it goes there. If it cracks, it's going to crack down to 424. So right now, I can see that this stock is headed more in this direction than it is in the upper direction. So the stock is right now, it is actually bearish. It's bearish because it's below the VWAP. Now, if I went back in time and I showed you, let's see, I'm going to take the Fibonacci because there's just too many lines in here. I'm going to remove it for right now. And then I go back if I want, and I can just put my trend lines. boom. So like right now, if I want to make a trend line, I can, if I want to see which way stock's going, pretty much I can, depending where I am, I may have to bring it closer together to do this, like that. So like here's an up point right there, and there's a down point. I can see the direction of where it's going is going down. A lot of times I want to figure out where the squeeze is. I can take two more points there. All right, let me just see a little bigger. I'm able a lot of times to call the squeeze exactly the way it is, and I'm right almost 90% of the time. So if I go from a green, yeah, I see there's no green there. It's hard to call this. All right, here's a down point here and a down point there. So you can see this stock is coming in right now to two corners. Do you see it? In this circle. So in time, like right now, it looks like it's getting ready to squeeze. And if it squeezes, it could squeeze up. With time at 214, this stock looks like it's ready to squeeze up on LLL. I don't know if you can all see that. So if we get across this green line right here, there's a good chance that it could squeeze up to 465, or even, if we start heading for the VWAP. Now my VWAP may be off to your VWAP, and the reason is, and what I say is, my VWAP is 479. Your VWAP may be 482 or 484, and the reason is I don't ever turn off my pre-market. I leave it on all the time. If you turn off your pre-market when the day starts, then it changes that VWAP to a different time, usually a greater time. So instead of 479, it might be around here somewhere, a little higher, 486. All right. Another thing I use, and I love it, okay, inside here, you see I have my VWAP. And when you open up this, it says upper band, and that's the show plot. You see this right here? I leave the upper band and the lower band on, all right? And the reason is I have found that a lot of times, and my other ones I don't. So like if you go to 13 EPA, and if I go into up signal, you'll see it's off. Because there'd be too many arrows and lines on there. All right. So if you look now with those off, you see up here that is an upper VWAP, and you'll see sometimes when this stock ran, you see it ran just about here to the upper VWAP, right here to the upper VWAP. Same thing here. Touch the upper VWAP plot. That's not the VWAP. The white line is the VWAP. That's the upper. You see how many times? 3 times today it ran and it touched the upper VWAP. The reason you see me looking up in the pictures, I have a monitor that's above. All right. Also, there's a lower VWAP, which is right here. That's this line below. It's a gold-looking line. All right. And if you look at that line right there, you'll see how many times when it dropped in the beginning of the day to the lower VWAP. And then again, it didn't drop there one more time right here at around 11 o'clock. It dropped to the lower VWAP. So if you had bought in, you see this upper arrow in the TTM squeeze? It told you on that drop to buy in. If you had bought in, even around here at 427, you could have taken it all the way to $4.65. That's why I love this TTM scalper alert. It's awesome. Okay? So again, here's your lower. We didn't get that far, all right? But at the end of the day, here we are, and it's coming closer and closer to that lower. So I know that's a low point. It's about 425 is a low point for LLL for the day, if it ever gets there. Right now, we're close. We're at 440, 447, 448. All right, we good? We got any more questions? I'll be going over some more of this stuff. Let's see, if you plan on going to... We'll be sending you details on the ticket information. Fantastic. That's great. So you can all see right here. Just click there, and that'll take you to the information. Or you can copy this right here, and you can also copy it and then put it into... I'm going to just look at it later. I pasted it, and I'm going to make sure it works. And the link, EPPRL. Let's see, it didn't work for me. I don't know why. Oh, there it goes. Sign up for the DECMAR trade seminar. Awesome. All right, so this is great. Either click it, save it, or click there and save the page and click and see if you're coming. All right, because the first 100 people are going to get money off. Who will go to the if you click it and you get there, you're going to get money off on what it costs you when he divides it all up. All right, I don't know if Dec is still here right now. He might be listening to me, or he might be gone. And right now he's gone. He just popped in. Okay? So I pretty much covered everything. I'm going to let you guys get ready and do what you got to do. I hope I was able to help some of you. If you have any questions or you need me, you've got my email address above at a2zmarketing@gmail.com. It comes to Active Trader. And you can also get me anytime in chat and send me a private. You guys know how to send a private, right? You just go across to the right and there's 3 dots and that opens up and it says send message. Okay? And if anybody else has any questions, I'm not here. You can always get with Darth Trader 808. He knows me personally. We've spoken on the phone. I have spoken to over 100, close to 150 traders in this room over the last 3.5 years. The first trader I ever called was Adrian from Music, and to this day we are still best of friends. And I talk to at least 15 of you traders a week that I have met through these rooms. So anyone who wants to talk to me or have personal time, not like AK-47, I don't charge at this point. It's my pleasure to do it. I'll just do it when we have time, and I'll take time and help you privately and show you how to set up the charts if you're having any problems and you don't want to say anything inside. All you need to do is go across and send me your first name and your phone number, and I'll get back to you with a time that we can talk. All right? That's feasible for both of us. I help a lot of people. And it's with Deck's blessings that I do this. The only reason I'm doing live trading, live streaming, is because Deck pushed me into doing this. He said, you know what, you talk to so many people, you do such a great job, why don't you do it to more people at one time? So the reason there's only 16 or 20 people in my room at a time is because it's mostly for TOS at this time. Once I really learned a lot of the shortcuts, but what I wanted to tell you is there is something... let's see if I can find it again. Okay, I'll get it on the chart here. I'm on the wrong computer here. Okay, let's see if this opens up. Okay, I'm just trying to see if it opens. It doesn't open here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there it is. It does open. What I'd like to do, there's a lot of strategies on the side where it says the studies. If you go through that chart, one says Bollinger Bands crossovers. There are so many things in here that a lot of traders know how to use. If there's ever anything of interest, just let me know, and what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll research it for all of us, and then we'll go over it and see if it's something worthy of us using, because those are all different types of studies and strategies that are used by traders all over the world, and we use so few. But the truth is, when you find something that works for you, stick with it. Okay? When you start making money trading, what you need to do is you need to stick with it. Because I will tell you firsthand, I was doing so well, I was making so much money, and then I started doubling my positions and tripling, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't always work that way. You could end up losing 2 to 3 times. So if you've got something, like Deck said the other day, if you're new, start with 50 shares until you feel comfortable. Then maybe go to 100 shares. Then go to 200 shares. Then go to 300 shares. Don't go from 100 to 500 to 1,000 and say, oh, well, I can do a penny stock. I can buy 5,000 shares. Learning how to utilize a lot of shares and getting in without affecting the share price, because professional traders know when you do buy a lot of shares, and if you market order in, it fluctuates for a second, and they see it, they can go down far enough to get you out and take your money. It's that easy. Because all we are doing when we are trading is shifting money from one trader to another trader. For one trader to win, one trader's got to lose. Nobody wins all the time. The chances are, and the most important thing is, you can win 50% of the time, but you need to reduce your risk. The most important thing is making sure that if you're losing, and it's not the worst thing in the world, that you get out without taking a big loss. Don't sit there and say, I hope it's going to come back. Hope is not a strategy. We must have a plan in order for this to work out. All right, I'm going to let you all go. Let's move over to Deck's room, and I hope I was able to help a few of you. Thank you for coming. All right, I'm going to stop the stream, folks. I'll see you at Dex.